All right, let's go ahead and see what our spirit guides want to say. All right, spirit guides. Wow, we got 3 out. Truth be told, happy, happy, and breathe. Some of you guys are going to be, oh my God, blessed. Sigh of relief. Oh, I love these messages, especially with all the crap that's been going on in the world, man. I mean, things have been pretty insane, but I love this message. It's very, very fluid, okay? So this is blessed. This is like showing an attitude of gratitude, right? Being honest with ourselves. This is like, no matter what, everything that is happening in our lives, even if it hasn't felt good up to this point, has been a blessing, okay? Um, I feel like some truths are being told. You're going to find out about a truth. It's going to make you really happy, okay? Whatever this truth is a blessing in disguise. It's like it's going to bring some type of clarity to something that, it could have had something to do with like home and family and somebody coming to the edge, somebody saying, you know what, I'm turning around, I'm coming back, and I have something to say. Okay, so that could very well be a blessing. We do have Jupiter in Cancer now, so this could be a lot of healing and, happy energy. So people could be having, I see, getting pregnant, having babies, all right? There could be babies. You're going to find out the truth. The doctor calls and says, hey, you're pregnant, congratulations. And you're like, I knew it. So then you can take that sigh of relief, right? But then it's like a whole new set of stresses. But bask in it for a minute. That's what it's saying. Is like bask in this energy for a minute. Um, Whatever's coming in is going to make you really, really happy. I definitely see that. I feel like it's just going to be a breath of fresh air. I think that that's what we're all yearning for is a breath of fresh air right now. Just some type of a blessing to come in, or just seeing something as a blessing. I feel like the windows of opportunities are starting to open for some of you. And I feel like it's like had that attitude of gratitude, because when we act blessed, we become blessed. So it's like finding blessings in everything that's happening right now, even if it feels like shit. Okay? It's like fake it till you make it. And then all of a sudden you're like in alignment with it. And the universe is like, all right, send it in. And you're like, oh, there it is. It's like that sigh of relief, like, oh, breathe. Some of you guys need to be doing some breath work, okay? I think you're much happier when you're doing breath work. You're also much happier when listen, when we are authentic and we are being honest with ourselves, being honest with others, that's when we're the happiest, because we're not faking being something that we're not. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's a blessing in disguise, is because you're authentic. You're going to, it will irritate a lot of people's demons, but also it'll open the other people who want to be authentic and true to their own voice, be able to do the same. It's like you're guiding the way. Okay, stars are very important for some of you. It's like you're out wishing upon a star, or some of your hopes, wishes, and dreams are ready to come true, and you're about ready to hear all about them. You're going to find out about them. All right, I'm seeing somebody here also going to a retreat. Somebody's going to be going to a retreat. Okay, if you are pregnant, okay, I'm definitely seeing this. Like when you go into labor, it's all about the breath work. Okay, you're going to be happy if you understand how the breath work works. Okay, like for me, I had 3 kids, and I realized, like, and this is for my pregnant women out there, or ones who are gonna want to have a baby or whatever, some motherly advice. It was all about the breath work for me. Like if I tried to scream or fight against what I was going through, it only made matters worse. So I had to learn how to fully just embrace what was happening with my body and breathe into it. And I would just stand in the shower. Thank God they have like, huge water tanks and stuff, because I stood there for fucking hours. I didn't want to sit in a bathtub. I didn't want to sit in stagnant sitting water. I wanted the water like a waterfall trickling over my head. And so that was my way of doing it. That message is not going to be for everybody, but there's a reason why I'm feeling called to tell you this message. Because if you look at her, you see like it looks like the baby bump in front of her, like she's pregnant, and then she's like sitting on an egg here. So someone here, but it's also about business. Maybe something you've been incubating. Maybe something you've been like, trying to keep under wraps, and now you're not keeping it under wraps no more, okay? For some of you, it is about a pregnancy, and it's like, oh, okay, the secret's out there now, like, all right, now we can get on with planning the baby shower. We can plan this and plan that. It's not a big secret anymore. But it's also about being honest about what makes you happy. Listen, we've all been trying to fake relationships nowadays and fake and pretend like this makes me happy or this job makes me happy or, I can stay in this town for, until my parents are gone. But it's time to get honest with yourself about what makes you happy. Like, what in God's name would you be doing right now if it wasn't up to others to decide on how you're going to live the rest of your life? Would you move? Would you leave that relationship? Would you reconcile with that individual? What would you do? Because I feel like this is about, and I just got a sharp pitch in my left ear. So I don't know if some of you guys are hearing sharp pitches, but I feel like it's like a download. I'm getting a download, but I got it really loud. My left ear. But I feel like you need to listen to your inner self. It's funny, something that you guys have been praying for, something from the past. Because see how she's facing the past and she's like looking at the here and now, right now, as is she. As is here. The only one looking backwards is this one. And this is that, like that. This is how I'm seeing it. Well, goes like, if you want to get all technical about how it really goes, this is how I'm seeing it. Okay. But it's like something in the past that you have prayed for, that you had to get honest about, is about ready to come true, and it's going to make you really, really happy. Now, is that a job? Is that a relationship? Is that a reconciliation? What is this? Because it can be, and I don't mean just reconciling with a past lover. It could be a friend. It could be family. Anytime I speak of love, it's going to be about all of the above. I don't like doing the whole romantic bullshit because it's not always necessarily that. And I think people need to broaden their minds that love is much more than just some, intimate relationship. Okay. There's more people in our lives than just that. And people tend to forget about that. So some of you, someone here, yeah, you know what? I'm also getting something about starting a new business. I'm absolutely, it's like, if you're not giving birth to a baby, you're giving birth to an empire. You're giving birth to, like, I just heard somebody's got baby chicks. You're getting baby chicks. Okay, we do have the egg there. Thank you, Spirit. We do have the egg there. Be careful of like squirrels or mongoose or, any of those things taking away your baby chicks. Okay, I do get that as well. Very, very side message. All right, let's find out what some of this is all about. Let's find out. I want to get some Moonology cards since we are going into this full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. I only want to get one. What are we at here, Spirit, for this amazing message? Okay. Well, that one landed face down. Tried to show itself, but your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. So I'm going to put that back in because it did land face down. And those ones. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. One landed face up, one landed face down. So I'm going to take the face up. A new romantic cycle begins. So for some of you, this is about a new cycle in relationships and a new start is coming. So this is about, a new cycle in relationships, and it's time to give of your energy, and maybe it's time for somebody's energy to give to you. Okay? Yeah. So in the past, you needed to be honest with yourself about who and what you needed to let go of in order to receive these beautiful blessings. This is a blessing. This is the blessing of a new home. This is a blessing of a new life, new structure, new stability. And just knowing that you're good enough. You deserve all of this. And now you can breathe knowing that, like, you're in the arms of the right person when this person comes in, if they have not already. Or if it's a new job, you're okay and you're safe. This is a blessing. And it's time for you to come in and just be honest about what you want out of this. For some of you, it's like being awesome, all right, let's be honest. Like, it's time for me to get out of this toxic work environment. I can't do this anymore. Toxic family, can't do this anymore. Toxic, whatever, can't do this anymore. This, again, it's all about forgiveness and understanding and realizing that somebody once gave you a box of darkness, but that too was a gift. And yes, you may have had to let go of certain individuals, but this is a time that you start giving back to yourself all the love that you have given so freely to other people who really just squandered it and took it for granted. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. And we talk about that with the breath work here. It's time for you to sit back, take a pause, listen to your intuition. For some of you, I'm hearing Wim Hof breathing. Maybe you need to do some Wim Hof breathing. Three of Summer, news we're celebrating. Yeah. Announcements such as weddings, graduation, or births. I did say that. Friends you can cherish. This is also a gathering, a getting together, a reconciliation. I did talk about that earlier. This is reconciling and getting back together and talking to one another. But this is also, like I said someone here was pregnant, and I did get that energy. Okay. And it's funny, maybe, you were skinny and now you're all pregnant. So it's like the darker one of the bunch is pregnant. That's what I'm getting. And you could be sisters. Like, I have 3 girls. One of my girls is darker than the other 2, but they all have the same father. It's just, we tan. So, but I'm getting like, yeah. And it's funny because she's got that thing around her waist. And then it's something like, I even see a face right there. And then look, you can see the baby face in the egg. Can't not see that. There's the baby face. Somebody's pregnant. Your intuition told you. You could have dreamt of it. Somebody here could have dreamt that somebody was pregnant. But again, like I said, if it's not a baby, it is a baby, but it's a job. It's a career. It's like you're starting this brand new baby. You're going to grow this baby. Okay? And it's time to give of your energy. It's time to give of your, if it's time, it's time. And, get out there with other people. Stop trying to hide behind the scenes. Get out there. Enjoy your time. Yeah. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. So, yeah, get out there. Talk to someone. Get some advice if you need to. Talk to a mentor. Call me. Schedule a session. If you've gotten this far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It really, really helps my channel grow. I need lots of interaction. So if you guys are watching this right now, there's no reason why you can't give it a thumbs up. Honestly, even if you gave it a thumbs down, just comment. Let me know. Like how this reading is resonating with you, and watch it to the end. That's most important as well. But yeah, this isn't the time for you guys to be detached right now. This is the time to really tune into your emotional body. Yeah, get out of that ego. Get out of the ego. It says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. See, I don't want to screw this reading up because it's such a good reading. But these are the things that you need to watch out for, okay, is materialism. Somebody gets a little bit of money in their pocket, and sometimes it goes straight to their fucking head. Straight to the dome, dude. Then they think they're better than everyone else, and they will get humbled eventually. You will get humbled for that. So make sure that if you want to continue to stay blessed, you treat everybody with kindness and love, and not treat everybody just because you have a little bit more than everyone else that you're better than they are. Because remember who helped get you to the top. You didn't just get here by yourself. So I do see like somebody really happy in a new, new love relationship. I am absolutely getting that. This person's like a breath of fresh air. I love this. I'm going to leave that there, you guys. Subject to interpretation. Like this video, subscribe, share, please comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you guys. Happy full moon in Sagittarius. And good luck in all of this. It just seems like it's going to be a really happy time. And something that you can celebrate for those of you who are on that side. It's not going to be for everyone, but that doesn't mean you can't align to this energy. So keep that in mind. Anyway, you guys, love you all so much. Take care.